Yeah, so let's share first the view before we talk about how can we scale from solopreneur to agency owner. As you can see, there's what I like about this campus is it's already a new thing in La Salle where they have this waterfall. I study there and then I just go here so that I can get to relax, and there's megaphone music there that's responsible for all the background music here in the campus. That's Susanko. Alright, let's go now. Let's shift our mindset where how can we scale from solopreneur to an agency owner. For me, I started when I was 11 years old, content creation and stuff. And then different dishes, I became a gamer and then I become a vocal coach until I become a business coach for such a long time. And then here I am right now. I work in an agency when I was like, I think I was 16 years old in Belgium. I then bought a horse. And then I started freelancing, getting clients. And then I just realized that this is something that I do not want to do for the rest of my life. I want to teach people on how to do what I do, and therefore that become my thing. I teach agency owners, aspiring agency owners, how to become an agency owner, or aspiring freelancers, and how later on become a freelancer. But my journey wasn't really that smooth, because there's a lot of things that I've been going on. That's intense discipline. I give up games. I give up my time, my energy. You know, I've been stuck in this. I think that's not stuck because I have system. I am being consistent at my morning routine because I believe that system is the way so that you can leverage your time, your effort, your energy, so that I can successfully transition to become an agency owner. Becoming an agency owner takes a lot of, struggles, because you have to manage now teams, you have to manage clients at the same time, and then you also have to manage yourself. Unlike a freelancer, you only have to manage yourself and then the client itself. But if you really want to scale up and double or triple your sales as a freelancer, then agency must be a thing for you. Now, how did I made my life more easier, become an agency owner that's 2 times or 3 times more easier compared to being a freelancer? That's what we call the power of delegation. I hire interns, I train them, and then I give them the certification, I give them training so that, and then referrals or jobs. Being an agency owner who gives jobs, opportunities to people is something that is fulfilling to me, not only to train them, but it is also a way to connect to my students, to understand them, that they are the ones who is in need of my training services. Instead of letting them pay for me like $50 an hour, I'll do it for free as long as I can train them, as long as they can become interns and then eventually become my freelancer, or they become an aspiring agency owner in the future. That's the thing that I've been doing as an agency owner. If you're asking how to be an agency owner, you must also question yourself. Ask yourself, if you have the right character to become an agency owner. Do you right now? Because if you do not have, or you do not have a built character on how to become a freelancer, or how to become a good father, or how can you become a good student, then you cannot be a good agency owner. You have to analyze what are the roles that you have today, and are you good at it? Are you good at performing at it? But if not, more likely you will fail even becoming an agency owner. That's why I'm giving you 3 signs that you are ready to become an agency owner. Number 1, you have the character of discipline. You always love to do this and that because this is simply who you are, or this is something that you are passionate at. And number 2 sign is something that drives you. Do you have a driven energy? It means that, is this something that you want to fight for? Is this something that you are willing to be committed despite of the struggles, despite of the pains, despite of the things that might incur into your life? Are you ready to sacrifice because of that driven energy? And final sign that you're ready to become an agency owner, or you're ready to scale your freelance business. Have you developed the skill of training other people, leading other people? If not, then that's the most important thing. Then you're now ready to become an agency owner or to scale your business. So that's why you must have the character, you must have the driven energy, and number 3, you must have the skill to train other people. But let's say that you are ready already to hire other people. How do you hire your first freelance intern? How do you train them? Number 1, you must have the right skills. You must have the right experience. If you do not have any experience, why would you teach the person? So that's why I encourage you to build a foundation when it comes to your experience, to build a foundation when it comes to communicating with other people, to build a foundation of managing a business so that you can also transfer that experience and skill to other people. Number 2, you must select the right platforms. Where do you hire your interns? Is it Online Jobs PH? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Glassdoor? There's a lot of sources out there, but you must pick a platform so that you can now onboard your interns, which brings us to number 3. Do you have a system on how can you train them? Do you already have the resources or the training materials on how can you train them? Do you already have the methods or the step-by-step on how can you train them? If not, if you do not have the framework, then you cannot manage your first intern. That's why this is really important. But let's say you already have those. Let's now go to delegation tips for freelancers. Number one, have a copy-paste system, which means go to Notion, give the instruction there, provide any information that your interns need, and then once you have a new intern, just send the Notion link to them, and then let them read, let them analyze the material, and then you already have a trained intern without even wasting a single saliva at your mouth. Number two, you get a lot of experience. When you have a lot of experience, you know the mistakes, you know the hardship, you know everything. And then, once you have a lot of experience, you create ideas on how to shortcut this. Thus, you can now create systems because of the things and the experience that you have experienced, that you want to get your life more easier. And then your brain or your mind gets an idea on how can you make this into a shortcut. And then that creates you a new system, an idea on how can you systemize this, how can you automate this task that you have. Lastly, if you want to delegate something, you gotta make it specific. What is it and who is it in charge for? Make your instructions specific and make the deadline specific. And then you follow up, and then you repeat the process. Those are the top tips that I do want to give to you if you want to delegate. Now, my final thoughts for you, if you want to scale your freelance business or your agency, is you must know how to create systems. First of all, I would recommend you to really list down what are the things that you want to learn. You have to always learn before you take action, because if you do not know something, how are you supposed to act? One of the things that I would recommend you is to learn Notion. Now, if you want to learn more or have a guide on how can you scale your freelance business, you can just DM me on Facebook or Instagram, and then comment ready, and then I'll send you a free asset so that you can get started for free. All right? So that's it. And thank you. Don't forget to share this to everyone who is willing to also scale from a solopreneur and then establish their freelance business. So that's it. Thank you for watching.